What's up, you guys? It's 5 in the morning. I'm about to head to gym, but today I wanted to talk about something that's gonna put me in a vulnerable spot, but I feel like it's important to talk about. I've made a lot of mistakes in my past, and um, I want to talk about them. Yeah, it's gonna put me in a vulnerable spot to do that, but I feel like it's important to share so other people can learn from them. Even if one person gets something from it and saves themselves a ton of time, I'm gladly to share my mistakes and my lessons. And like the quote says, learn from other people's mistakes because you can't make them all yourself. Please, dear future generation, go make mistakes. Make a ton of mistakes. Make as many mistakes as you possibly can under one condition. You have to promise to yourself that every misstep that you make, that you're going to learn from every single one of them. So that way you grow and become the best version of yourself. What's up, guys? I just got back from work. Earlier I was talking about the younger generation, the future generation, you guys. But I'm not just talking to you guys, I'm also talking to the older generation. Look, age is just a number. That's all it is. You can do whatever you want. Look, it's upsetting that people live to be 80 to 90 years old but die at the age of 25. The reason why they die at the age of 25 is because they stop trying. When you stop trying, you stop living. Okay, give it all you got. You know what? Even if you don't want to live like that, if you don't want to live full out every single day, that's fine. But you know what? At least keep growing. Keep showing signs that you're moving forward. Okay, that's all it is. Okay, guys, look. Just because you mess up, make a mistake, you you failed. It doesn't really mean you failed. The only moment that you really fail is when you stop trying. When you quit, you fail. That's the only failure in life, once you quit. So guys, with that being said, I'm going to share with you my mistakes, not because I failed, but because I pushed to overcome them. So here we go. One of my biggest mistakes is that I spent way too much time on temporary satisfactions. Like, for example, if you ask my friends, ask my family, just anyone that knew me 3, 4 years ago, what was I doing in the afternoon? Just ask them, hey, well, you want to hang out with Franco? No. What's he doing? He's sleeping. I would sleep so much. Oh my gosh. It was crazy how much I slept. I slept and then I woke up, but the only reason why I woke up is because I wanted to go back to sleep. That's how much I slept. It was crazy. And it was honestly such an enormous waste of time. Like, don't get me wrong, sleep is very important for you. But there comes a time when it just becomes very counterproductive. You do not need, like, 12 hours of sleep. That's just ridiculous. Okay, that's just not right. And honestly, I feel like that was just very unhealthy of me. I don't know what I was doing. But I would just sleep. That was one of the biggest mistakes I've made. Okay, so let's move on to mistake number 2. Years ago, I used to go out with my friends during the weekend, and we would have a lot of fun dancing and drinking, and we would have a good time. I love them. They're great people, but there was a problem with that. In my opinion, the mistake was that I used to do that every single weekend, and my current beliefs are that I should not go out to celebrate, to stay out late nights, to be drinking. First off, that's not gonna help my health. It's gonna set me back for the next day. And most importantly, I have nothing to celebrate. Yes, you should celebrate your life. There's nothing wrong with that. I completely am for it. I love to have fun, but now my focus is to get ahead in life. I need to focus on growing and becoming the best I can possibly be. And that's not going to do me any good when I'm out on the weekends with my friends late at night, when the weekend is one of the times that I have all day to work. Like, that's precious time to me. So there's a time and place for me to go out and celebrate, and doing it all the time wasn't the smartest decision. So that's why I call it a mistake. That's my personal beliefs. If you want to live like that, go ahead. But in my opinion, if you want to become the best version of yourself, you need to put a lot of time in growing, a lot of time in, just working hard. Let's move on to mistake number 3. This is the most frustrating mistake I've ever made in my life. Okay? So, years ago, once again, I used to be so ambitious. I wanted to do so many things. I used to play a lot of soccer. I used to do a lot of fitness. I used to take classes on the stock market. I used to go to college. I wanted to draw. I don't know. There's so many things I wanted to do. But that wasn't the mistake. The mistake was that I didn't keep myself accountable. I made a video about this. Actually, my last video, I talked all about this. And the reason why this is so frustrating is because I would have all these ambitions, and they would lead me to things I honestly didn't want to do. But it's not that I didn't want to do them. It's that I didn't have the right vision. I didn't have the right focus, the right mentality of going after one thing. And that's my ultimate vision for my life. So I didn't have that back then. I just used to, like I said before in my last video, walk around with a blindfold, trying everything that I could possibly do, thinking that it would work for me and make me happy and feel accomplished. But it didn't. That's one of the most frustrating things, because you're working so hard at so many things and you feel like you keep messing up. And like I said before, just because you mess up, just because you make mistakes, it doesn't mean that you are a failure. That's something I had to learn through making all those mistakes of not accomplishing all of them, because it didn't fulfill me. So once you have the right vision, the right mindset, and you have your goal and you're persistent and you just know what you're going for, then that's when things feel right. That's when you want to keep doing the work. You want to keep working at it because you know that's what you're going for. So that's what I didn't have, and that was one of the biggest mistakes, and I've lost so much time because I didn't have the right focus. Okay guys, honestly, those are the main mistakes that I wanted to touch on today. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I have a lot to talk about. I can probably make a couple, 4 to 5 other videos of how many mistakes I've made, but those are the ones that I wanted to talk about, and hopefully you guys can learn something from it. But before I end the video, I'm gonna end with just one more mistake, and that mistake is that I didn't make enough mistakes. That's a little confusing, but like I said before, I used to do things randomly, and it would lead me to learn different lessons. I would fall over here, scream money over there, I would learn all these lessons, and yes, they were great, but they weren't leaping me forward giant steps to my vision, because I didn't have a vision. So they were random mistakes. So if you make the right mistakes, meaning you have a vision and you're falling forward, then you're on the right path. So make as many mistakes as you possibly can. It's okay. Just learn from them and fail forward. So hopefully you like this video, and I really hope that you can learn from any of the mistakes I shared. Yeah, it was a little vulnerable spot, but that's okay. Just as long as one person can learn one thing, I'm happy with it. So like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.